Hi, I'm Kyle Woodard, and my chosen genetic disease is haemophilia. Question 1. Haemophilia is an inherited genetic bleeding disorder where the blood doesn't clot properly. This is caused when the blood doesn't have enough clotting factor. A clotting factor is a protein in blood which controls bleeding. Haemophilia A is the most common form of haemophilia, with 2,700 people in Australia diagnosed, who are mostly male. It is caused by having reduced levels of factor VIII. Haemophilia B is the rarest form of haemophilia with only a small number of people diagnosed with it. It is caused by having little or no factor IX. Question 2. Signs and symptoms of haemophilia vary. If you have haemophilia A, you may bleed only after surgery or trauma, but if you have haemophilia B, you may experience spontaneous bleeding. People with haemophilia may experience unexplained excessive bleeding from cuts and injuries, many large or deep bruises, pain, swelling and tightness in your joints, and blood in your own. Emergency symptoms include sudden pain, swelling and warmth in large joints, bleeding from an injury, especially if you have a severe form of haemophilia, painful prolonged headache, repeated vomiting, extreme fatigue and neck pain. Question 3. Haemophilia is caused by a mutation in one of the genes in the X chromosome. The X chromosome houses 1,400 genes. One of these are affected and it causes haemophilia to occur. Haemophilia occurs from the change of one of the genes which is located in XP28, the bottom of the chromosome. Question 4. Changes in the F8 gene are responsible for haemophilia A, and in the F9 gene for B. The F8 gene provides instructions for making a protein called coagulation factor VIII, and coagulation factor IX is produced from the F9 gene. Mutations in the F8 or F9 gene leads to the production of less coagulation factors VIII and IX, which means the missing protein cannot participate properly in the blood clotting process. The mutations in the two factors causes haemophilia A and B. Question 5. The inheritance pattern for haemophilia is recessive. It's called a X-linked recessive pattern, which means that the genes associated with the inheritance of this disease is the X chromosomes, which are the sex genes. If a mother is a carrier, it is a 50% chance each son will have haemophilia, and a 50% chance each daughter will be a carrier of the gene. If the father has haemophilia, all daughters will be carriers, and no sons will have haemophilia. If the mother is a carrier and a father has haemophilia, it's a 50% chance each son will have haemophilia, a 50% chance each daughter will be a carrier, and a 50% chance each daughter will have haemophilia. Question 6. Haemophilia is diagnosed through blood testing to determine if clotting factors are at a low level or missing. They can tell this through seeing if your clotting factor level in your blood is below 50%. The main treatment for haemophilia today is replacement therapy, which involves clotting factor for haemophilia A or clotting factor IX for haemophilia B are injected into the vein in the patient's body. Limitations and complications in replacement therapy are antibodies developed through haemophilia attacking and destroying clotting factor before it can work, and damage to joints or muscles due to delays in the treatment. Question 7. The biotechnology strategies that will be available in the near future is genes and cell therapy, which are currently undergoing various stages of development. Genetic modification of liver, muscle, and blood cells are advanced stages of development. Alternatively, hematopoietic stem cells can be modified by gene therapy in tissue culture to express the factor. Question 8. The importance of funding for research into haemophilia is very important, as it is a disease that seems to be becoming more and more common domestically and internationally. Currently in Australia, there are 2,700 people with varied degrees of haemophilia, and internationally, 1 in 6,000 males are diagnosed with haemophilia. Haemophilia is very important in relative to other genetic conditions, as the research and development is coming very close to a cure for all people with haemophilia A and type B, and is becoming more popular in people in Australia and the world. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope that I can get the money to further research into gene and cell therapy so that I can will and truly cure haemophilia A and type B.
Created using Powtoon.